What's going on, guys? Drones and Dogs here. Welcome back to the channel. Alright guys, you read the title. You guys know how we do. We in the studio. We back in the lab. Y'all know how we do. It's time to do another cool, smooth unboxing, you guys. So, picked up another rather inexpensive, cheap RC ground vehicle. You guys might be interested. I know a lot of you guys like the cheaper end RC vehicles because it doesn't cost you a lot of money. And I know a lot of people that watch my channel are beginners getting into the hobby as well as myself. So I know a lot of you are looking at the more inexpensive. Maybe you're getting these for your kids, or maybe you're getting them for yourself like me just to play, and you just now getting into the hobby. So that being said, we're hoping that this guy lives up to the price, or hopefully is worth your good hard-earned money, you guys. Now this game came in around $60. Now you gotta think, $60. What can $60 get you? Definitely you can't get anything at the hobby shops for $60. Now no diss to the hobby shops. Definitely support your local hobby shops. I do. I got my Typhon from all my higher end stuff, my Horizon stuff I got from my local hobby shop. So definitely support your hobby shop. But I know some of us can't afford $200-300 or more, $500-600 plus for a vehicle. So I know some of you just can't do that. So I understand, guys. So that's when you got to go online and shop Banggood and stuff like that. Or some of you that don't go online, some of you don't know, and you end up going to places like Walmart, Target, and stuff like that, and getting a cheap RC for your kids, and they suck. You just give up because you don't want to pay that higher end money, and I understand. So you can't get decent RCs online. I hope this guy is pretty decent. Now this car is called the Manic Speed-K1. And to me, it looks like to be an updated version of one of the Zillingham trucks. Zillingham had like a truck like that, like a buggy type that looked like this thing here. It was either Zillingham or Wholesome, but they kind of do. They got a lot of the trucks that they brand underneath the different companies, I should say. But this guy looks like to be an updated version of that. This is an IPX5. It says 40 kilometers per hour. Now you guys know eventually we'll get a speed test on this bad boy, and we will test it out. Does it do that 40 kilometers per hour? Now IPX5 means waterproof, so I don't know if it's gonna be waterproof, but it should be water resistant. I mean, you should be able to splash it through some puddles and be okay. Now I wouldn't submerge it completely in water. I just wouldn't do that. But it definitely says you can splash through some puddles. You see it splashing through some water here. 1/14 scale, completely ready to run. Now when they say RTR ready to run, that means it's gonna come with the charger, the battery, everything you need except the AA's that you need to put inside the transmitter. So that's the only thing you're gonna have to provide yourself is the AA batteries inside to put inside the transmitter to get this guy to run. So that's another thing. 9 times out of 10, when you go to the hobby shops, a lot of them don't. Like I got my Typhon. My Typhon was it was like 500 plus bucks, and that was without a charger, and that was without batteries to run it. So I still had to shell out money for a charger and batteries to run it. So a lot of hobby grade stuff don't come included with batteries. Not all, but a lot of them don't. So some of these cheaper things, they included completely ready to run, batteries, charger to get you ready to go. So let's do this, guys. Let's check this guy out without too much more jabber jawing. Get this bad boy out of the box. I will post a link below in the description, so you guys check that out if you want to see the specs on this guy and how much it is. I think it's around about 60 bucks. It was like $57 and some change from Amazon. And if you got Prime, you get free shipping. So it takes advantage to have free Prime. Looks like this is a 14 scale, so it should be pretty decent. There you go. Nice. Oh, it has a wheelie bar on it. That's nice. Check that out. Yeah, a little wheelie bar. I don't think it has bearings in there, but hey, that's pretty cool. Check that bad boy out. Let's transfer out. This bad boy out. And instructions. So that seems to be all the contents of the box. So let's take a really quick look at these instructions. Especially if you are a beginner, make sure you definitely go over your instructions and see it like they are pretty well detailed, going over everything you need to know. Especially if this is your first RC car, you definitely want to just briefly look at this and just make sure you familiarize yourself with the car and everything. And everything looks to be pretty well laid out, English, so pretty well laid out instruction manual. This is the 9522. This model number is the 9522. It says 9522-3 on the box. So that's the item number for this guy. So it looks like they got a couple of different models. The 9522-1, the 9522-2, a couple of different models here, guys. So definitely familiarize yourself with that. The transmitter off before we get to the car. See what this transmitter looks like. So yeah, your typical like wholesome style transmitter. We have a goodie bag there. We'll get to that as well in a second. So you have, of course, your sticker on the transmitter saying do not pull the trigger while binding to the RC car. That way, you know, it doesn't just shoot off while you're trying to bind to it. So make sure you don't have this trigger pulled when you're powering on your RC. So looks like we got throttle trim and we got steering trim here on the top of the controller. Like I said, it's your typical like wholesome or Zillion Hung style transmitter. So I'm pretty familiar with that. Feels pretty good, pretty decent. Doesn't feel too cheaply. It's gonna need 3 AA's for the transmitter, which is not too bad, you know. Not too bad. I'd rather use 3 than 4. Some of these probably could use 2. You know what I'm saying? Like the HBX transmitters, they use 2. But that's cool. So you get decent range out of that. Looks like we get a deep, oh my God. We got a, look at this charger. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen nothing like this come with the RC car. Kind of looks like the WO Toys one, but it's a double charger. Look at that. You get a dual charger. That's dope. This guy is only 60 bucks. You get a dual charger. And I wonder if you get 2 batteries, because it looks like you get a battery here. I think there might be a battery already inside the car. So you're getting a lot of goodies here. Nice little goodies. Goody, goody. Goody, goody. So this is 1,000 milliamp hour, 7.4 volt. Wow, it's real tiny. Lithium ion pack. It says 1,000 milliamp. It looks more like a 500 to me, but it says 1,000 milliamp hour, 7.4 volt lithium ion. And I'm not really sure what this connector is. It's like one of them mini Tamiya connectors. It's like a little miniature Tamiya connector. So I'm not really sure what it's called, but look. But you do got a balance lead, so you can balance it on this balance charge. You stick this in, you can charge both of your batteries. I think you get two batteries at once. So that's good. I'm liking that. Because I know a lot of you, this is your first RC car, this is going to be your only way of charging it. At least you can charge 2 at once if you do not have a hobby grade charger. So it looks like you get some extra, you get full extra set of drive shafts, like a couple for the front there, and you got a couple for the rear. These are plastic, these are not metal. So at least you get a couple extra goodies, a couple extra drive shafts for front and rear, and a Phillips screwdriver, and you get also some extra body clips, guys. So they're hooking you up with some extras right out of the box, and you gotta appreciate that, because things sometimes do break, especially with RCs, and you can get this guy pretty much going right out of the box and have it last you for a good minute. I'm just gonna leave that charger out for a minute. Not fun with that too much. So I bet you this guy is, yeah, I thought it was zip tied down. So this boy was packaged really well. You guys get a look at it right there while I'm trying to cut him out. Cut him out to your dig. God, I'm kind of excited to run this. So you're getting, for what you think you're paying, like I said, you're getting a pretty good deal. About $60, you're getting a pretty good deal. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're aiming this at the beginners or kids in mind. So, I like this. This is nice. I like the body on here. Bouncy shocks. I'm not sure if those are, looks like they can be. You can put some oil in there, but they're bouncy. Look at that. Look how bouncy that is. So these are, if these are oil-filled shocks, there is 0 oil in there, but that can be adjusted, especially for the price point, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now, here's a look at the chassis. The chassis is all plastic. It's all plastic, and it looks like there's all Phillips heads throughout that. That's why they give you the Phillips screwdriver, so you're going to have all Phillips heads that you need to work on this. Chassis doesn't seem too bad, though. It seems like you got pretty good clearance here. Like I said, some oil-filled shocks will definitely do this guy some justice. We do have a wheelie bar on the rear, but I don't think this guy's going to be powerful enough to do wheelies, but we'll see that. Maybe if you brush this motor, but nice little wheelie bar there. Check that out. Front rear diffs, I think. Yeah, front and rear diffs. Seems pretty good. The body looks good. You got two drivers in there, so you got a driver and a passenger. That's pretty cool. Body looks nice, blue and white. You guys know I like blue. How do I take this body off? I'm not really sure. But you know what? I think you just pull these two body pins here and you just lift up. That's pretty cool. Now that's a nice feature there. So you take these two body pins out front, I believe. Oh, we do have LEDs up front too. In the rear, we got a nice, up front, we got a nice flexible bumper up front. We got a bumper in the back, but where the wheelie bar is attached. So I pull these two body clips off, and look at that. That thing raises that. Now that's pretty cool, guys. Look at that. So that guy just raises up like so. So we do have two batteries. Look at this. This is a nice $60. This is a nice setup. Got LEDs running to the front of the car. Looks like that's going to be a 390 brush motor with a nice little heat sink on there to keep your motor cool. Looks like we got a 2-in-1 ESC and receiver combo with a 5-wire servo. So it has a 5-wire servo. So if you want to do any upgrades, you're going to have to completely change the servo out and all that good stuff. But this seems it's going to be like it's going to run pretty decent, you guys. It wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. So look at that. And then we got another battery, and the battery has a little locking mechanism here. Not sure if you guys can see it, but you just swing this little arm here. And yeah, let me see it. You swing this little arm out and it pops out. And you have another battery there. That's pretty cool there, that little mechanism there. And it's just a nice little locking mechanism there. You just put it in there and just lock it back in. And that secures your battery into place, you guys. That's a nice little system there. Like I said, I don't think these shocks don't have any oil in them, but they could be. They have some shock spacers there already on the shocks. But they're definitely, as of now, acting as friction shocks, you guys, but that's not going to be too bad. Look at underneath there, the body has a little shield there so to protect your drivers and stuff like that. This is going to be, for the price point, I don't think it's going to be too bad. Now, there's no foam. Nah, there's no foam or nothing in the tires. And the tires are a little bit medium to hard compound. They're not really soft, but so they should get plenty of traction. Shouldn't be too bad, though. Thinking about the tire. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. But that's a quick look at this. Quick unboxing and first look. I'm going to be excited to get this bad boy charged up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is what they call this? The Manic. The Manic Speed-K1. The 9522-3. The Manic Speed-K1. Little 14 scale buggy, you guys. We're going to get this bad boy running and see what this guy can do. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that notification bell. We're going to catch you guys in the next video. You see this bad boy running. I am out. Deuces!